What's up, Scorpios? Welcome. I'm Cass, and this is your general and love forecast for 17. This is for Scorpio sun, moon, and rising signs. So, I ask if this reading does not resonate with you, please check your sun, moon, and rising combinations. Now, without further ado, let's see what we have. Here we have the Judgment card. Sorry about that. There we go. This is our Pluto card, so this is our Scorpio card. There's a desire for better, a change of awareness, an awakening. It's that great aha moment where we, suddenly discover something. But overall, you're definitely trying to improve your health and your well-being. We're going to clarify all of these cards, so I like to look deep, just like Scorpio. Now we have the Strength card. You're facing your fear, Scorpio. You're trying to be more understanding, and unconditional love can win out over everything. You don't need physical force to make your point. Unconditional love can make just about any miracle happen. And the Strength card's also saying you have all of the inner strength that you need to overcome any challenge you face. Beautiful. Now we have the Four of Cups. This is our bored and discontentment card, which seems to keep popping out in a lot of readings here lately. But there's a sense of detaching from the world. Sometimes you feel a lack of motivation, and there's a very good possibility that you might be feeling introverted right now. You might feel like others don't care, and maybe you feel like others don't understand you or what you're going through. And also, if you take a look, he's being pretty leery. He's looking up at this cup. He's like, I'd like to have it, but he's just too scared to reach out. He is not ready. He's being leery, so he's holding back. And like I mentioned, introverted. Sometimes with Scorpios, especially when we start having problems, we have a tendency to go within, and sometimes we can get stuck. I always call it, I'm going to a cave, so and that just means I need to be by myself for a little while so I can get my thoughts and emotions together. I'm a Scorpio moon, so I understand this all too well. And I have plenty of these moments myself. I think everyone in the world does, but anyone with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions, we really have issues with being introverted when issues crop up. So, but there's definitely maybe been a loss, Maybe we've been disillusioned in love as well. But we'll get further into it. Now, we have the Eight of Swords. This is in the reverse position. So, you guys have been feeling a lot of restriction. And you're coming out of it. And you're finally able to see through the difficulties. And you're letting go of your fear. You're free now to make your own decision, and you're in total control. Your hope is returning. This is fabulous. I'm sorry for the pause. I'm getting some interference in the right ear here. But this is a wonderful card. You are coming out of that major restriction, and this could also show that you're finally coming out of that cave I spoke of. You're coming out of being so introverted and you're getting back out there. Your hope is renewed. Okay, now we have the Ace of Coins. This is a new direction in your career, possibly. It could be the beginning of a new business. It could be the beginning of a new investment opportunity. But this is definitely prosperity. And there could also be a gift of money or maybe a material item. And occasionally this can be a sign that we receive a family type inheritance. And it's also possible that you could get a raise at your current job, but I would also like to say that I feel like some of you, this is not going to apply to all of you, just some of you, I feel like some of you may have lost a job here in the recent past. But things are going to get better. Now, here we have the Faith card in the reverse position. This is what we call the Hierophant in the traditional Rider-Waite deck. But he's in the reverse position, so this symbolizes unconventional behavior or ideas. Most Scorpios, we like to our own beat anyhow. We definitely don't like being told what to think and how to be. Sometimes that'll just make us want to rebel and be like, well, I'm going to do the opposite just so I can make you mad. But this could also indicate unconventional marriages, unconventional partnership, and this could also indicate that maybe you have interest in metaphysical studies, wink wink, or possibly you're getting interested in maybe some holistic medicine and healing, but you're most definitely a rebel. And maybe even a flower child. But we'll clarify and we'll see where we're going with that. Now, we have the Ten of Cups. This is our happy family card. Happy family life. You know, it is a possibility for some of you that you might get married. You might start a new family. Maybe you end up having a family reunion. Maybe there's a celebration or an anniversary. But either way, there's a sense of joy with this card. But there is definitely a new cycle of life beginning in this card because the 10 is about completion. So we are free to start a new cycle. And this can also come up when we're wanting to buy a new home, and that's highly likely. If you're trying to buy a new home, this is a very good sign. Now we have the Knight of Cups. He's actually a Pisces, so for some of you that might make sense, and for some of you it may not, but that's okay. The Knight of Cups is about the beginning of a new romance or falling in love. But you're opening your heart to the possibilities of a new romance. So either way, this is very, very positive in regards to a new relationship. Sometimes this can also be a proposal of marriage for some of you. So we'll definitely have to get to clarifying soon so we can see where this is going to go. Now, for the card we had on the bottom of the deck, we had the Five of Coins in the reverse position. Now, this shows that you're moving on from a loss. So, as I was saying earlier, some of you may have lost your job, but there's a change coming, and your hope is going to return. A new job is quite possible with this card. So if you have been unemployed and stuck in that rut, you're coming out of it and you're about to find you a new job. So do not fear. Things are going to get better on the financial front. Now, let's clarify. Fool. Five of Pentacles in the upright position. So yes, some of you definitely lost a job, maybe even your home. Wands in reverse. Temperance. Four of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. That's beautiful. And the Hermit. What was I saying earlier? Going into a cave. The Hermit. Introverted. Oh, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position. Yes, there's definitely been financial losses due to a job. Okay, I want to touch on something real quick here, because the amount of financial difficulties and issues with work, I really need to bring up the fact that, now this is for Scorpio signs, okay? If your sun sign is in Scorpio, then you have Saturn hanging out in your second house. And your second house is your house of your money and your resources, your possessions. So Saturn tends to be a restrictive type of energy where we feel like we are being restricted, and there's a whole issue with boundaries as well, but thankfully this will not last forever. But Saturn will not come out of your second house till the end of the year. And that way, come the beginning of the new year, it will finally go to your third house, and it'll at least stop messing with your money so much. But please do note that if you're experiencing lots of issues in your finances right now, Saturn's just trying to teach you how to better manage your money and your assets. And Saturn never leaves a house or a sign without leaving behind a gift. So things are going to get better, especially for the beginning of teen. I can say that for sure. But let's go ahead and get back to the cards. Okay, we got the Fool when we clarified Judgment. Now, with the Fool, this is a new start. This is like wiping the slate clean. Something new is definitely coming. You have that desire for something new, and you're setting off on your journey. You are ready. You need to take a leap of faith. So don't get caught up in, well, what if? Take that leap of faith. And this could be for business, and this could be for love relationships too. So it can go either way. Either way. So now when we clarified the Strength card, we ended up getting the Five of Pentacles in the upright position. So this will be for some of you, not all of you, but some of you have definitely lost a job, or maybe you had financial losses due to a bad investment. This can be our financial and even spiritual poverty card, but overall there is a general sense of you're being left out in the cold, but you have this strength, you have the inner strength to persevere your way through this and through anything that comes up in your life, Scorpios. Now we clarified the Four of Cups, and we got the Three of Wands in the reverse position. Now this shows that you have a desire for accomplishment, but you need to be aware that you might be trying to do too much at once, and this can cause problems. I would have to say you may want to try to focus on one thing at a time. And there's also a possibility for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you may be experiencing competition. And maybe you just need to apply more effort. And sometimes you're preoccupied with other issues. The whole boredom and discontent and not being very trusting, just kind of staying stuck. So, gosh, I wish this was better, but there is a good ending, so don't lose hope. Okay, we clarified the Eight of Swords in the reverse position, and we got Temperance in the reverse position. Now, when we have the Temperance in the reverse position, sometimes this can show our emotions are out of control. And it can also speak to maybe you're being extremely impatient. Maybe you might even be intolerant with others right now. And this can be in your business or your personal life as well. And sometimes you may not think things fully through, so that can contribute to a lack of good judgment. So I would definitely say channel that inner Scorpio energy and definitely meditate. Meditate, meditate, meditate. You don't want to miss out on any opportunities. You're finally free of this restrictive energy. So you don't want to get too impatient because you could miss an opportunity. You know the old saying, slow down and smell the roses. Okay. Now we clarified the Ace of Coins, and we got the Four of Swords in the reverse position. So this definitely shows that you're coming out of a long, hard battle, and you've been resting and recuperating from all of the... It's almost like you've been fighting a war. So, and you're coming out of it. Your energy is renewed, and there is good opportunities ahead, okay? But I just want to caution that you need to be careful with handling them and how you handle them. And there is a possibility, especially being on the Ace of Coins, that there might be some unrest issues. Maybe employees are unhappy. Maybe you're unhappy at work. Maybe this new financial opportunity, maybe new job, maybe you're not happy with it. But don't throw it all away, because not all hope is lost. There's just a need to be cautious. Now, to clarify our faith in reverse card, we got the Two of Pentacles in reversed. Now, the Two of Pentacles speaks of us juggling situations. So sometimes we have two irons in the fire, and well, that can lead to discouraging results sometimes. And there's definitely a call to concentrate on one thing. And maybe you're having a hard time staying afloat financially. You're having a hard time making the ends meet, and you definitely want to try to concentrate on one thing at a time, because I keep feeling like the energy is very scattered. Not for all of you, but for some of you. But that is the general feeling that I am getting, that a lot of the energy is being scattered. And sometimes when we're not focusing on what we really want to accomplish, and we're trying to concentrate on two different things at once, then they don't get our full attention, and then they can fall by the wayside, and we don't want to do that. Okay, we clarified the Ten of Cups, and we got the Ace of Cups. This is great news. This definitely indicates that a new romance is coming. And either way, there is joy surrounding this new start. And there's a new awareness towards love, and maybe even a new awareness and a new spiritual understanding. But when it comes to love, everything is looking up, Scorpio. Something is definitely coming, and it's going to be good. Now, we clarified the Knight of Cups. We got the Hermit. So with the Hermit, maybe we do need to withdraw a little bit. We need some counsel. Maybe we need some advice. And maybe someone who has a romantic interest in you just might be willing to provide that extra help and counsel that you need. And the Hermit also speaks of open-mindedness, so there might be a call to be open-minded when this Knight of Cups arrives. Now, for the bottom of the deck, we got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, this definitely says you're not feeling secure financially. The home life is probably pretty upsetting to you right now. The general home environment is probably not the best right now. Maybe you don't have enough money available, and it's causing you great anxiety. Now, something else I want to bring up in relation to this card is sometimes someone we know is needing some help. sometimes we want to be generous. And this card is speaking and saying generosity is good, but it right now is not the time, because more than likely you're going to need that money yourself. So, well, generosity is great, Scorpio. I would highly recommend that you wait, because I really feel like you're gonna need the money for your own situations. I definitely feel Saturn in Scorpio's second house right now. There's just so many issues with money. But you guys are going to come out of it, and you're going to be okay. And I really think that this new situation, romance-wise, I think this person is going to be willing to help you. Now, let's see what the Love Oracle has to say. Religious factors. We need to be open-minded. Heart-to-heart conversations and attraction. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. And this hermit might be saying we need to be open-minded in regards to someone who comes into our life wanting to start a relationship with us. So maybe there is a call to be open-minded, especially in regards to religion or spiritual paths. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Absolutely. We should always be honest. The blunt, straight truth. I always say, give me truth or give me death. I don't want to be lied to. I'd rather have the cold, hard truth, because I can deal with that. A lot harder to find out later on that it was candy-coated. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And well, let's face it, Scorpios, you guys are just sexy. You got that magnetic attraction. This is definitely fitting. Now, let's clarify our love oracle cards. Knight of Fire. Six of Fire. And the Awakening. Okay, well, a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence, and think things through carefully. The Knight of Fire is passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. So maybe this love interest could be, Knight of Cups could be Pisces, or maybe it is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. They're distinct possibilities, but it does not have to fit those exact four signs I've mentioned. We could just be dealing with the actual energy. Six of Fire. Victory. Good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. But this is victory. So like I said, Scorpio, things are looking up. Now we have awakening. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So the awakening is actually the Hanged Man. So there's definitely a call to go inwards and meditate, because maybe you're going to make a sacrifice that you wouldn't have normally made before. But I think it's going to be for the best if you feel that it's the right situation. Always go off your gut. If you feel it's the right situation, then please be open-minded and maybe think about making these sacrifices that you wouldn't normally make. Because it is possible to get around such issues. So, all in all, the work is definitely rocky, but you're going to find another job. If you haven't already, it's coming. But I would caution you to still be careful with your money. Try to keep yourself on a tight budget. I wouldn't go on any impulsive shopping trips. I wouldn't buy anything that you don't consider an absolute necessity for right now. But don't worry, your finances are going to steadily improve. And it looks to me like you have someone wonderful on the way. So it's all up to you, Scorpio. I'd like to send you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. And I will talk to you, Scorpios, next month.